Hello, hounds! I am your Imperatrix of Horror, Lilith Hound, and welcome back to the Holler in Scarlet Hollow by popular choice. We completed our Wayne Romance playthrough for now, which, if you're interested in checking out, the playlist is right there in the description. But this time, it's all about Reese. Romancing our Reese. This one will actually replicate my very first playthrough, so I'm really excited to revisit this. And much of this will have familiar text that we've already seen, so apologies if I don't linger on them as much as the first time. But with all that said, you want it, I want it, let's dive back in. They call me Demetra, a cursed name from a cursed town of Lillian. And we're still female. Okay, traits. So we're doing a normal run this time, so we've got just 2 of the traits to work with. And I remember first picking them, I chose hot, purely for the easy relationship points. Hot, extremely good looking, a natural flirt. People just like you, probably because you're a good person. And also potentially flirt my way out of situations. Could be handy. And Keen Eye. I remember picking Keen Eye because I like playing an observant character, and also lore hunting. Keen Eye, observant with a knack for picking up small details, and empathetic. And thankfully these 2 are the complete opposite from what we chose last time, which I believe was mystical, talk to animals, and street smart. So it's going to be a completely different run. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you've only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. A long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and city depots that would have felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You wouldn't normally find yourself travelling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of Palan's Scarlet, your cousin's mother, and your aunt. Seems like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. Once more. So anyway, as I was saying... Hello, you psychopath! Oh no, he's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. I'm still waiting for the timeline where he doesn't sit next to us. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but that was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland looking for work, but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbour, that sort of thing. Why are you talking to me? Why wouldn't I talk to you? We're on a bus. Buses are one of the best places to meet new people, hands down, and you're the only person left to meet. So, this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend, and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad, and not just playing. But she kept swinging, and soon enough she lost her balance and fell into the harbour all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out, and her phone got soaked so she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year, so it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me, like, for real. And, geez, you ever get so mad you just want to, like, kill somebody? Did he say she tried to break up with him? You can't even begin to imagine what that must feel like. Nobody's ever broke up with you. I honestly can't say anybody's ever tried to break up with me. What do you say to that? Yeah, I should have known I'd sound a little unhinged to someone like you. But if one ever does try to break your heart, You might be surprised by how it changes you. I honestly could have killed that woman. Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm, like, into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. So you'll end up on another bus. And you're just doomed to forever be on buses. Do you love her enough to make this work? You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you threatened to kill her. But now that she's giving birth to a child you created together, you're planning on running off? You make a keen point. Even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. He's already zoned out. Think about how your actions are going to impact his life, and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. Huh. Yeah, good stuff to think about. Nah, in one ear, out the other. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? I didn't. No need to be nasty, I was just asking. Not like I'm gonna follow you off the bus or anything. I wouldn't be surprised. I won't strike that off just yet. So, if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the Holler, as they call it in these parts. That's the only other stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I'd know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, come to think of it, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up there in the Hollow, you see, and there's always a job listing or two on the boards around here. I've never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while, now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook. See how they're doing up there. I hope they didn't die. You know, part of me suspects they did. Is this back in his phone? Never mind. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack before presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. Delightful. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use them more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. I'm still not touching those peanuts. No thanks. I'm not really hungry. There's still a good 40 minutes left of your journey, pal, assuming nothing goes wrong. Best to have them on hand. 45 minutes, even. The young man sets the peanuts down on the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the button of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. Still equally traumatizing. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. I love that I feel like he's supposed to be our harbinger of doom. Of going to a spooky town. He's the one that warns us. Because he was like, I hope my friends didn't die. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a stop, its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. The sign at the least reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you and this place behind. Tabitha! Hey, Demetria. Oh, it's good to be back. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. Make a good first impression with a winning smile. You've never met someone who is able to resist your ability to make a good first impression. You flash a soft smile and give your condolences. Tabitha, it's so nice to finally meet you. I was sorry to hear about your mum. Thanks. Disarmed. Disarmed. For a brief moment, Tabitha is put at ease before she quickly straightens up, and the annoyance returns to her face. It might not have been much, but you can confidently notch up another victory courtesy of the winning Demetra's smile. Come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. So Tabitha, how about a road trip? It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. Okay, we're probably going to go through all of the same options. We're going to try to be nice to her. How are you holding up? Fine. Are you sure? You seem tense. You know you can talk to me, right? I went through something similar when my own mum passed. She tenses up even more at the mention of your mum before letting out a heavy sigh. Maybe it's a sore spot for her. You quickly apologize. I'm sorry. I know it's probably not what you were looking for here right now. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. So, the funeral. It's on Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Since I'm here, do you need any help planning? I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Ah, never fails to get me. Not right now. I can't believe we've never actually met before this. You have your mum to thank for that. Or had, I guess. Ah, I see. That's how we're doing this, is it? Look, I don't know what my mum did to piss off this side of the family, and I know you're going through a lot right now, but that comment was unnecessary. Your cousin stares straight ahead, her expression icy. I guess I'll sit in silence too, then. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. This is going well. If I recall correctly, Tabitha does like a bit of backbone. You talk back to her. Well, not all the time, but if you talk back to her a little bit, she appreciates that. And here it is, the Scarlet estate. To have seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cram apartments at grey cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you, a jarring blend of opulence and ruin. As you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside, you can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. You're hit with a blast of dusty air as you step across the threshold and into the foyer. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive. Each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you'll stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen. And hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. It's beautiful. It is. The estate was the prize jewel of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture even now. Shall I begin our tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Can't wait to see the consequences of that, maybe. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from the town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I would recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixins for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and if you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. Those are my inside thoughts. Is there someone in town I can buy food? I might want to eat something other than PB&J this week. Is there somewhere in town we can get groceries? Well, aren't you fancy? Yeah, there's a general store. There's also a diner. I usually order my food in bulk online though, so I wouldn't be going with you. General store? How very folksy. Is it? It's a store that fulfills your general shopping needs. General store just describes what it is. Oh, it's gonna be so fun getting to know her again. What if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know. And there will be consequences. Everyone who has actually eaten her stuff, I can't wait to find out what the consequences will be. Awesome! I love PB&J. How'd you know it was one of my favorites? It looks like your famous smile doesn't run in the family. Burn. I didn't, but good for you. Alright, what's next? Bathroom. Follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Is that your cat? What's its name? Frou-Frou. Do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. Leave the cat be. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. I can't talk to Frou-Frou in this playthrough. I feel like I'm missing something. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Tabitha, this bathroom is still wretched. It is a wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Are you sure this toilet works? Yes. Why wouldn't it? The water bills get paid, therefore the toilet works. Now do your business so we can move on. Okay. You sigh in resignation. That's the spirit. You know what? This is the worst bathroom I've ever seen. You can practically hear Tabitha roll her eyes at you from the other side of the bathroom wall. It'd be a lot nicer if JD didn't have a policy about bathrooms. She cleans mine, but refuses to do more than that, so you can blame her for the state of the place. Can I use your bathroom instead? No. Now hurry up and do your business so we can move on with our lives. I don't need to go. You aren't desperate enough for this. You know, on second thought, I don't think I need to go. You might as well try, since we're here. I don't know if this has a significant impact yet, so I'm gonna refuse. Nah, I'm good. You leave the bathroom to rejoin your cousin and finish the tour. You still have to go, but it can wait until later. Maybe you'll sneak out to the garden. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Jenny wash them last week. I had to endure a half-an-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. What kind of family stuff? Offer to help move them. Do you need help moving them? Tabitha eyes you up and down for a moment. No. Are you sure? This is great. Way nicer than what I'm used to. I can't say I'm surprised. Each and every piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down to the family for generations. This is not an IKEA bedroom or whatever such nonsense you're used to in this city. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. This concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you'll have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Don't expect to see much of me. Hey, so is it cool if I had people over at some point? You know, we don't have to inherit our parents' bad blood. We can start fresh, now that it's just us. Okay, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here. You've been fine. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Please, just stay out of my hair until later, okay? I have work to do. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine. Same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mum. It requires a lot of time and concentration, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. I didn't know we owned a coal mine. We don't own the coal mine. I own the coal mine. Your side of the family forfeited any claim to it years ago. Can I come watch? What? No! The mine is dangerous. I can't babysit you and do my job. See, I'd like to be supportive here, but also I feel like this cracks open a little shell for her. But maybe I'll be supportive this time. That sounds pretty impressive and exciting. Good for you. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't think of it as exciting in the same way I don't think of cleaning a toilet or painting a wall is exciting. It's a task. One of those tasks could use more doing. Oh. That's a healthy mindset. Seems like a good way to look at a job. Instead of convincing yourself you have to be doing the thing you love the most, it's okay to just have a job. Yeah, exactly. Would I rather be doing something else in my life? Maybe. But I know I had to take over the company. So why think about that other stuff I could be doing? This still feels a bit disrespectful in my opinion, so I don't want to do that. I want to try and have a positive relationship with Tabitha here. Okay, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot that needs to get done this week. Cousin leaves to the front door. And now, it's just you. You in this sprawling, decrepit estate. First things first, food. Or at least, the kitchen. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder than your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen. Ah, but we're actually not going to make the sandwich. I know, we're just going to snoop instead. You're back in the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you'll probably need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, a plate, and a knife. Approach the cat. The cat hisses as you draw near, but remains firmly in place. That just means she likes us. This is clearly Frou-Frou's spot on the counter. It's a shame we can't hear her call us unsavory things. Back away. You back away from Frou-Frou, trying not to make any sudden movements. Search the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, "Janie, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. Ugh. Tabitha! Someone, please! Clean this fridge! Everything within me is curling. Examine old takeout. Why did you do that? What were you expecting? This takeout container is disgusting beyond words. A liquefied mess, wholly congealed in its styrofoam shell. You can't even tell what it used to be. This substance doesn't just smell bad, it smells ancient. A box of rot. For God's sake, put it back. Your body reacts before you can even register what you're doing, compelled by a deep, primal disgust. How is that okay? You shove the container back into the fridge, pushing it into the depths of the shelves and out of your mind. Hopefully you can forget it exists and move on with your life. Check the mayonnaise. You know you probably shouldn't, but a part of you has to know how old that mayonnaise is. You pick up the jar. It's labeled flaking in your hand. It expired 10 years ago. This jar of mayonnaise is old enough to graduate the 5th grade. No. No. Best to put it back and forget you ever saw it. This is unacceptable. Take jelly. You reach for one of the unopened jars of grape jelly, carefully checking its expiration date. You breathe a sigh of relief when you realize it's recent. This was either purchased specifically for you, or jelly is one of the few things in this kitchen Tabitha actually uses. All you need now is a plate, a knife, bread, and some peanut butter. But I close this fridge and keep looking. I forgot I'm not actually making the sandwich. Ooh, grab the ice cream. Tabitha explicitly told me not to do this, you think to yourself as you reach for a pint of banana chocolate chunk. Ooh. Put it back. I'll be good. I'll be sensible. You stare longingly at the pint of ice cream for a few moments before your self-restraint kicks in, and you put it back where you found it. On this route, anyway. Tabitha already seems to not like you. It's probably best to not fan the flames of her hatred. Is that just irredeemable in her eyes? There's no way you can get any kind of positive relationship points with her after that? Is that what's gonna happen? You return to the kitchen, closing the fridge behind you. Search the pantry. Tabitha sure loves her mac and cheese. With a sight of dead mice and dust. A lot of dust. Look closer. Oh, what you got hiding back there? You squint into the darkness of the pantry. Behind the molded bread, a single book lies forgotten, a thin layer of dust collected on its cover. You pick it up. At Home Gourmet. Have him coming back for seconds. Ooh. Calf's brain. Teddy's favorite. Serve on toast or with plain crackers. Interesting. You flip to a bookmark page. Both calf's brain and aspic are unappetizing enough on their own, and you can only imagine how vile the combination of the two would be. What kind of person would call this their favorite food? No wonder your mum ran far, far away from this place. But what if it's not actually someone's favorite food? What if it became someone's favorite food after something happened to them? The brain is very specific. The calf's brain as well. Calf's brain is very specific. You shut the book and put it back in its place. Examine the mac and cheese. You pick up a box of Tabitha's mac and cheese. You can't say you've ever seen the brand before. Kraft. Empty the box and stuff it with a dead mouse on the shelf. Put it back. Put it back. As tempting as it is. As much as it shouldn't be. Staying away from the mac and cheese was one of your cousin's hard rules, and she already seems to not like you. Yeah, we're really focused on that. You put the box back where you found it, reluctant to make things worse than they already are. Okay, we're done. close the pantry door as best as you can and turn back to the rest of the kitchen. Search the cabinets. What you got up here? This cabinet must be where Tabitha keeps the dishware, and oddly enough, the utensils. Grab a bowl. Moth trap, do not touch. Uh-oh. You reach for the bowl, but as you pull it down, a blend of vinegar and dead moth splashes onto you, immediately staining your shirt. Yeah, lovely! On the back of the bowl is a note that reads, Moth trap, do not touch. Whoops. Oh, clumsy, clumsy me. Your shirt is now unpleasantly wet. You'll probably change it to something clean before you leave the house. Probably. Maybe. Examine the mug. Blowing Rock, North Carolina. I was blown away. It reads, I was blown away at Blowing Rock, NC. So your aunt and cousin actually travelled sometimes. Even if it was only for a few hours from the estate. Maybe you can route your return trip through Blowing Rock. It'd be nice to see the local sights before heading home. Well, if we get that far... Examine the shot glass. I survived Deb's 50th. It reads, I survived Deb's 50th. Your aunt's name was Perlan, so this wasn't from her 50th. From the few stories you'd heard from your mum, Perlan wasn't the type to have kitschy friends who gave out themed shot glasses at their birthday parties. Maybe it belongs to Janie. You imagine she might need an alcoholic beverage to get through the clean in this place, especially with Tabitha's sour face peering over her shoulder. True. You close the cabinet and look back to the rest of the kitchen. Alright, let's check out the garden. The wilderness. This garden was reclaimed by the wilderness long ago. It might not be very safe, but who's to stop you from venturing deeper? Explore. You wander further into the garden. It's quiet out here. And we're done. That's it. 5 minutes of breathing air, and that's enough. You head back inside and close the door behind you. On second thought, you're not hungry anymore. The state of this kitchen has put you off eating, possibly forever. Maybe it's time to do something else. Like, go to our room. The aches and pains of your journey have started to sink deep into your bones. You stumble up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Put your spare clothes in the dresser. Oh! Oh! You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet, but angry. Oh, pardon me. Gently smack. No. Put clothes on top of opossum. The poor thing that's cold in there, you think to yourself. Oh, look at him. You lay your clothes on top of the creature, arranging them in a little nest. It closes its eyes. It closes its mouth, somewhat more at ease than before, and looks up at you with its shiny black eyes. I loathe that we can't talk to them here. When you don't have talk to animals, it's an entirely different experience. It's an entirely different game. I feel like I'm missing out on so much. You close the drawer, satisfied with yourself for a job well done. Check the closet, this mysterious closet that Tabitha mentioned. You can see why your cousin said you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of the closet. There must be decades of family history stuck up in here. Look at all that lore. Look at all that lore piled up. This is a dream right here. Pick up the doll. Of course you're sharing a room with a creepy doll. Why wouldn't you? You pick it up to examine it more closely. Its foot reads, Property of Alexandra. No need to carry this around with you. Yes, but have we tried? Close the closet behind you. Examine the painting on the wall. This must be an older relative of yours. judging by the dates on the inscription. You've never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago, so that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Bell, Scarlet, next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Maybe we should look out the window. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd totally get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out and pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you'd sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the bird song. Heavenly. Yeah, you'd definitely do that. Just not right now. Also, that is a lot of work. I think we're talking years of work. That's enough. It doesn't seem there's much else for you to do here right now. Investigate the Forbidden Wings. Snoop some more. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going to the Forbidden Wings of the estate. Always going into places I shouldn't be going. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by locks and chains. Damn it. Can't in this one. Obstructed. Well, might as well head to town. With your cousin gone, there's nothing really for you to do here. You leave the estate and head out to explore the town. Before leaving the house, you rinse off and change into a clean shirt. I forgot about that. I was about to go out there smelling of vinegar. You're not about to meet new people coated in vinegar and dead moths. I mean, that would be different, right? If you'd have known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. Continue down the path. It's really pretty out here. It really is. It's making me want to go hiking again. Or camping. Both, actually. I like doing both. Finally, you made it back to town. The Holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, the windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane, and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. The entire town's grave? Gretchen, come back! You're bothering strangers! Oh, I haven't seen you around here before. Look at that blush. Look at that blush. The youngling is noticeably flustered by your appearance. It's a phenomenon that you, as a hot, are all too familiar with. Sorry about Gretchen. She can be very slippery when she wants to be. I hope she didn't scare you. Scared? No, she could never scare me. Look at that face. A pug? She's so cute. No, pet Gretchen. You reach out and scratch Gretchen behind her ears. Her fur is soft and warm. She wheezes excitedly, digging her little nose into your palm and licking your hand. Aw, I'm so glad you two are getting along. Isn't she just the cutest? With how energetic she gets, you'd never know she's 17. She's 17? That's gotta be really old for a dog, right? It sure is. She's about 84 in dog years. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But what am I doing? I got so caught up in the excitement of meeting someone new that I entirely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the Holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of cold folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for this funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? I sure am. Hi. Hi, I'm Demetra. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her, all alone up in that big house. Wait, hang on, hold on. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... cute. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. Hope she's okay. I don't think so. Yeah, she's got a mask on. She's got a wall up. Several walls. She's putting on a front. I don't think she's doing too well. She's been icy, sure, but it feels like she's putting on a front. She's always been a little rough around the edges, to be honest. It's always been hard to tell if that's the way she is, or if she's just been putting on an act her whole life. To think she's been up in that old mansion, all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's really small, so everybody's known everybody else far back as they can remember. Tabby and I got a little close when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I am. I skipped my sandwich this morning. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Hot flirt? No, control yourself. I have not seen the new content if you actually go with Stutter in the update. I've been saving it for this playthrough alone. Oh, I'm excited. Biscuits? Your treat? Hell yeah. Awesome. Let's go. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. I still hate that. Too many eyes. Stop it. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Play it cool. Hey everyone, I'm Demetra. I guess that'll make our character the resident hottie now? Actually, no, that's not true. Avery's right there. We can both be. Hey everyone, I'm Demetra. Just in town for the funeral. Nice to meet y'all. The woman behind the counter beams back at you. Hello there, and welcome to the Holler. You just let us know if you need anything, okay? You nod politely, giving a small wave if you instead slide into the nearest booth. Oh, what confidence. Looks like you'll probably be the talk of the town for a while. Yeah, they're already starting, look at them. It's not often folks around here meeting strangers, and with who you're related to? Well, folks love their gossip, you know? As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of conversation around you. Listen in. Eavesdrop, yes. Stella turns to Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, two policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet her. Looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. I always thought it'd go away once she finally got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. But my oh my, she wears it well, don't she? That she does. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. Mommy, who is that? Don't stare, Tulip. That's Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, wow, she's way beautifuler than Tabitha. Don't say that too loud. Shh, you shouldn't say such things. It's not very nice. Now, are you going to finish your pancakes? They're almost cold, Sweet Pea, and we've got to get home to help Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Oh, why are the strangers who wander town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always cowboys, punks, and whippersnappers? It could be blonde. You never know. I was not given the option. Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched around the corner booth, readily scarfing down heaps of plates of food. So that's the boss's cousin. There's that funeral this week, if I'm remembering, right? For old Miss Perlan? May she rot in peace. Oh, let the lady rest, Zax. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they've even been so much as lain to rest. If you'd been around her in her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Rodriguez. He's right. Nastiest woman I've ever met. That Tabitha is a blessing compared to her. Curse the whole lot of them. May every Scarlet rot in hell. Oh, I am going there. I'm going there. That's enough of that. Hey, Stella. I went ahead and fixed you up a coffee. I need a moment. I have been taken away from this character in the last playthrough. No matter what I did, the game would not let me talk to them. I'm just so happy to have them within my radius again. I've missed them so... They quietly place a cup of coffee in front of Stella. And here's some bacon for the little lady. Aww, bless her heart. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. And what about you, stranger? Anything I can get you? The name's Avery. I'll be taking care of you today. Thank you. Order a biscuit and coffee. Could I have a biscuit and coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the county. Avery pours the fragrant brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm, sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. But they'll be back. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to swim around town. I'll try to think if there are any cool events going on this week. I'm sure there'll be a few. There's always a reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. I am so excited for that. You know there are just so many things that could go wrong with that party. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right around after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of these things out. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Do you have something in mind? Something tells me this is a loaded question, Stella. Was I being that obvious? I'm sharp. My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with a camera, and it's always better when someone else is there to... Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Here's your biscuit. Woody says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Well, tell her I say thank you. Thanks, Avery. It looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. Oh, don't. I'm hungry. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth, as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa. This is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. You're the only person I know who's been on the news. If that's not famous, then I don't know what is. Stella, you've been on the news? What did you do? Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. No way. Wait, what? What kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, Demetra. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. You know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much of the footage at the time, but it really wound up doing numbers. So, the River Runner is a cryptid that's only been from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up capturing this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in a river. Catawba River Runner. Despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and its relative body proportions. You're pretty sure it's a cat, and a big one at that. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. Others had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Oh, do I spoil the dream? It looks like a big cat. See, it's got those little kitty cat ears right there? Maybe it's a mountain lion. No, no way. It is absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack's squad. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. There's always people keeping those things as exotic pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Yeah, exactly. Some exotic pet owner set it free, and that will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. You wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers! I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends anyway. See y'all around! Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Cape. Skunk Cape, you say? Interesting, interesting. Tell me more. Well, it's kind of like Bigfoot, only smellier. Most Skunk Cape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? Yes, yes, I'm in. And Gretchen must be there too. That depends. Will Gretchen be there? Of course. It's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Say no more. I'm in. This is going to be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll kind of be like a blast from the past. I miss those two. Our videos were terrible. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese? Reese? I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his cave, if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese! Dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Our future lover. Aw, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Stella, can I borrow the phone for a second? Okay. If you're really sure. But if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask for her to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know! Yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're going out to look for Skunk Cape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man. That sounds awful. I hope you could take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask me to bring you to a... Did he ask you to bring me to his house? I have no complaints. Why? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past. Got 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about it, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. I'm sure I would. We should swing by his place sometime this week. Yes. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kaneki is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So we should probably head out if we want to make it up to the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Leave a generous tip. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it onto the table inconspicuously. Aw, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. And that's exactly why I did it. Stella turns to leave the diner with you, following close behind. Anything for Avery. It hadn't been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. I'm still in so much awe of the artwork in this game, or just BlackTabbyGames' style in general. The backgrounds, the character sprites, the line work, it's all so beautiful. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. Sorry, I'm always gonna gush about games artwork if I love it. You feel... more alive than you've felt in years, because I'm chasing monsters. You feel alive. The fall breeze passing through the leaves, the orange hue of the setting sun painting the horizon, the promise of excitement ahead. It's been a while since you felt this in the moment, this present. The world around you feels almost magical. Were a mythical creature to actually manifest in front of you, it would fit perfectly in this world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record. Since last year, at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel the chill in the air and see the leaves change. Like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun, like skunk apes. Alright. Questions, lore, backstory, character stuff. Are you really expecting to find anything out here? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythical reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping up to star my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing. Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. Never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. The mansion is perfect for that. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, but I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turn into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? Anyways, what's up? Has anything bad ever happened on these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. Oh no! But he was fine. We had some folks from the town bring up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a week or two to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was also a time that I was out here alone and kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I was able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie she is not. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense. But a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was that time I accidentally stumbled on old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely count it. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. I'm sorry, did you say you almost got shot? Are you sure it's safe out here? You know, I'm a little surprised to see you getting cold feet. I know we just met, but I had you pegged as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke, though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well. And these trails are a ways up from his farm. And if it makes you feel any better, I've been out on the trails with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the woods when he walks. We'll hear him long before he sees us. And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen up here is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easy. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as can be. I even carry bear mace. And if you're as prepared as you can be, why give in to your anxiety when you can have fun instead? Anyway, all this to say, we're good. Don't worry. Did you hear that? Immediately afterwards, Stella. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. What voice did I give him? I gave him some sort of weird hybrid voice, didn't I? Oh, sorry for getting spooked, Duke. I thought you were... some creature of darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now what the hell are you doing for a way out here? Skunk, eh? Sorry I asked. And who is this you've suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't... Is that... Yep. I see. Welcome to the Holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now buff the old head on back to town, you hear? Especially steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter, and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with the camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Her eyes light up. What do you like to know? You never could stay in your business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Aw, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did, but I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night, yelling about chuckabungus or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I've lost 3 this week and can't afford to lose more than that. Ah, I wonder if Skunk Ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no Skunk Ape, whatever the hell that is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneaky. Of course you wouldn't find any one night of tracking. And I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. It could be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted by a couple school-age Boy Scouts has been 100% confirmed, yet Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just don't think it's plausible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. And if the two of you don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. But we were here first. Nah. I actually really appreciate Duke a lot more after the update. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. This is between them. You stand awkwardly by as the two continue to argue. Duke, you're just wasting your time. Give us just one night out there to see what we can find, and I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. Yeah, right. You'll get some shaky footage of a raccoon and claim it's a heretofore unknown creature that has heat ray vision or some nonsense. I know what I'm looking for, and there's no way I'm backing down. But I've gotta film him. Oh, but I've gotta film him tonight. The video needs to be put out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor, and who knows what that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on the schedule. As you well know, my boy Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big all-you-can-eat sign on it. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more of my poor little ladies. I don't see why I need to be involved in this. I'm out. This is too much pressure. Yeah, Stella, let's just leave. He's not gonna budge. You're right. No point in losing any more time arguing. Fine, we'll head back to town. He's a stubborn old mule, he is. Break a leg out there, Duke. Break a what now? I mean good luck, old man. Alright, have a nice night, y'all. Bye, Duke. Be safe. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on, I know a trail that'll get us around him. Are you sure we don't want to, like, watch a movie instead? Lead the way. Yes. And you don't have to worry about old Duke. He's never actually shot anyone. Yet. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. A path in the woods. Oh, nice reference. I love that. That's so good. Alright. This looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the gorgeous Demetra, oh, thanks, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains. We'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent Skunk Ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, Stay searching, Stellas. The fact that she has a name for her community. I could take that camera off your hands for now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. We can have some proper atmosphere. In the meantime, we get to take in all of this gorgeous scenery. The view isn't the only gorgeous thing out here, is what I would say if I was after Stella. It's breathtaking. And the air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. It is. I'm glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas, and it gets old saying, "Wow," into the empty expanse every time I come out here. It's nice to have someone to say wow with. Uh-oh. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. Death has come for me at last! Goodbye, cruel world! For the dramaticness. No need to come to terms with your immortality just yet. That's just the sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big, scary predators like us. Let's check it out. Eerie music. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Ugh. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of light while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Oh, those growths. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of sipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato! And they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? Cute, but there was something very wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor? It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of, so they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. Well, that got my heart rate up. I'm ready for the hunt. Save for me. How's about we take a quick snack break to fuel up? Then we can get right into the night's activities. Oh, yes, yes. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Oh, this is giving me such good chemicals. I really want to go for a long walk in the woods now. Trail mix, apricot. Oh, those snack bars? Those are snack bars, aren't they? Yum. I'll take them all, please. Pretty please. Take the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff. Mostly M&Ms, and I left out the raisins. No one likes those anyway. See, we're gonna have to disagree on that, Stella. You and Stella settle down onto an overlook, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening wildlife wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. Love it. Love this new artwork. Gretchen is so sweet. Oh, and we have a guest. We have a very, very familiar guest. So, tell me what it's like in Lillian. Do you have a house? An apartment? Do you live with family? Roommates? Pets? I live in a cave. Tell me what it's like to be Demetra. Why do you want to know? I live in a dingy apartment. I live in a closet in a house with 10 roommates. Doorless basement. Apartment. I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had him move in. Then they left and just stuck me with him. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain too much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. I just noticed that Gretchen is also looking at us. That's so cute! That's so sweet! She's also paying attention. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's really sneaky about. But there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there are only 2 of us living there, even if I'm in and out of the room when it happens. And she looks so awkward. And he infringes on my privacy all the time, too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes even attack the door until I open it, then just walk away. It's like he has a complex about closed doors. Am I rambling yet? Which of course also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business. Almost like he wants me to watch him. Are you uncomfortable yet? And, at least once a week, he somehow misses and leaves these little pee puddles, which I always wind up stepping in. It's gone to the point that I think he's causing lasting damage to the house. No matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyways, sorry for the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat. It's not like I can just give him away or anything. That would be cruel. Wait, he's a cat? Like, the animal? Yeah, his name is Truck. I'm terrified I won't get my security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. So, moving on, what do you do for a living? I sell arts and crafts on Etsy. Well, that's not too far from the truth. Nor is this, honestly. I'm a streamer. Oh, no way! A fellow content creator. I guess we've got a lot in common, Demetra. What are the odds? What sort of streams do you do? Aha! I actually used to do quite a bit of art streams. Back in the day. Back in the day, it was only a few months ago. I do art on stream. Sometimes it's a project I've been working on for a while, and sometimes it's just me taking requests for a few hours. That's incredible! I've always wanted to be good at art, but it's one of those talents that never really manifested for me. Try as I might. I'll have to check out your channel sometime this week. How do you like it? I wouldn't trade it for the world. Most people I meet tend to raise their eyebrows when I tell them what I do, but I love it. It might not be much, but it makes me feel like I'm taking control of my own destiny. But believe me, I can relate. I don't think I'd give up what I do for anything. Oh, he's gone. For a moment, you think you catch something in the tree line from out the corner of your eye. Before you can see anything, it's gone. I think I saw something out there. It might be Skunkate. Do your best to pretend he isn't watching us. We don't want to scare it off. What about you? What's your story? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in. It has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it, and I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. Oof. Even the house and the family? Is it just you? Is it just you there? Yeah, it's just me and Gretchen. My parents died a few years back. But it's okay. I've done my mourning. Life goes on, and we still get to live in our beautiful family home. Just me and Gretchen. It could be a lot worse. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. 2 of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trail of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to fend for himself, since his family didn't have much growing up. He always made sure I had food, and then I knew how to get it if I found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing, if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. My mum was the local vet, the lady all the farms in the county knew to call her if the animals were in need of something. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. Aww. I'm I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So, yeah, those were my parents. Let's connect a little bit. My mum died pretty recently, so I get it. It's alright if you ever need to talk about things. Aw, thanks, Demetra. That's really sweet of you. How are you holding up? I'm okay. Hanging in there. It was a long time ago, so it wasn't— oh, it was a long time coming, so it wasn't a surprise. I kind of come to terms with it by the time it actually happened. So she got some some disease? Some condition? And it's not all bad. She doesn't have to be in pain anymore. That's a relief. The hospital bills are another story, though. Was that something she picked up here? I can't even imagine how bad that must be. It's just salt in the wound at that point. It's showtime! Oh boy, it's showtime! Jesus Christ! Everything else went quiet. I could hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet. You're right! Whatever made that sound is close. Here, watch Gretchen for a moment while I check this out. Oh boy, we're in it now. We're going in. You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush. That smile. Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Oh no, more gross. And something else. What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall? Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it's headed north. Let's go after it. What have you gotten me into? Honestly, what have I gotten myself into? Right behind you. You follow Stella as she sprints to the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash. Oh no, Stella! Ow! Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh, Jesus, it's still alive. I guess we have to roll the camera. Ahem. It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor, could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that could be done for her at this point. Jeez, I hope I don't get demonetized for this one. Wait, do you hear that? Duke! Stella, I swear to God, didn't I tell you to go on home? Birdie? Birdie! Oh no, what's happened to you, sweetheart? Duke, we just found her like this. I think there's something seriously wrong with her. Jesus H. Christ. Poor man. Duke, we saw the thing that got a hold of her. Got it on camera, too. I don't know what it is yet. A gnome or something? You know there ain't no such thing. But there is something seriously wrong with all the animals we've seen tonight. No goddamn shit. It's like some kind of plague. It better not be contagious. A plague, huh? That kind of religious theme again. Interesting. Everything is interesting. Examine the chicken. You stoop down to look at the chicken. Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her. You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. I think she wants to get away, not get closer. Examine the head. Oh, poor thing. Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Whatever got a hold of her busted her wing up, too? Little bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. Yeah, we won't tell him about that. Good God. At first you thought it must have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. I'm trying not to think what this would feel like, but I'm thinking it. I'm thinking it and I'm feeling it. Don't think I'm a fan. She could still get better. Maybe she just needs that thing to pop and she'll be right as rain in a couple days. Happened to be one, so there's not so much as a scar these days. I don't know. It kind of looks like there's something in there. Looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside. Oh, the body horror is so good. Again, the word squirming, so perfect. Having investigated to your heart's content, you step back and give the bird space. Do you think she's become an egg? That's a real messed up chicken and egg situation. Like, one of those things is going to pop out of her? No, I refuse to entertain that notion. She ain't some kind of incubator. She just needs that thing drained. Maybe some antibiotics. That's all. I wish it was that simple, Duke. What are we supposed to do now? We're taking my bird and we're getting the hell out of here. As you, Duke and Stella take stock of the situation, a sound begins to wrap around you. Gently at first, barely a whisper. I don't like those footsteps either. Those footsteps sounded right behind my head. But then a guttural moan, and then another, and another, until suddenly you find yourself surrounded by a chorus of groaning misery. I think we should leave. I think we should get out of here. Agreed. We've all had enough excitement. Come on, Bertie. Let's get you home. Are you guys hearing this? She starts filming again. As Duke scoops up the injured Bertie, the voices in the trees intensify. It's like you're all suddenly surrounded, the strange sounds coming closer, growing bolder. What in the hell is that? Yeah, that face coming out of the bushes would give me the same reaction. You feel a tightening in the leash, pulling at you from behind. Don't you step another foot closer or I'll shoot! Don't think I won't! I did not care. The man hesitates, and the thing steps forward, fixing what seemed to be its eyes on Bertie, tucked under Duke's arm. The leash is drawn fully taut, and there's a sudden looseness. Gretchen starts making ungodly noises, screaming and howling along with the din around you. Gretchen! Gretchen! You and Stella turn just in time to see another of the creatures slithering out from the bush. Gretchen's whines and barks reaching a fevered pitch as another creature's malformed hands grasp at her. Go! Oh my god! What's going on over there? As Duke glances back, everything seems to happen at once. A patter of unnatural feet, and then chaos. Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the bear out of the way as it grasps at Bertie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching as the other creature attempts to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. No, Gretchen! Shit! Shit! Get your grown little hands off my bird! Oh god. Okay. Okay. You all know what we have to do now. We have to make the opposite choice here. We gotta help Gretchen. I'm sorry, Duke. We gotta help Gretchen. We gotta save her. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. I'm making up for my past sins. Ugh, look at it. You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. That's so nasty. I love it. Oh, look at it! But then there is a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly, it is gone. Duke? Duke? Oh, Christ. Oh god, he's not okay. He is not okay! Oh my god, oh my god. What do we do? Okay, first things first. I grab Gretchen. There! Step 1 is done. Gretchen is safe. Great. Okay, step 2. What's step 2? Holy shit, holy shit indeed! Let's call the police. Let's call the police. We call the cops. Obviously. Do you have signal out here? I know I don't. Look, we're gonna have to run through the woods to reach a road anyway. I say we might as well chase after those things and get as much footage as we can. No one is gonna believe us if we don't have proof of what happened. We owe it to Duke. Oh, Stella, you froze. If you go after those things and you pull that again... You know, it's probably a good idea to get more footage. Alright, lead the way. There are more of them. A lot more of them. They leer at you from the trees, no longer hiding as they bellow their strange calls out in the night. Stella films as she runs, narrating into an invisible audience. Look at poor Gretchen's face! Oh, bless her! We're being, pursued, I think, by these weird things. Seems they're all riled up from what just happened. The two of you come to a stop at the edge of a clearing. Okay, we seem to have found a nest, or a crop circle, but of animals. Yeah, crop circle. That's a corpse circle. That's so disturbing. I'm dying to find out why they're all arranged like that. God, that smell. The air here is flavoured with rot, a pervasive stench rising up from the spiral of corpses that patterns the rock. Oh no, Bertie! Bertie has been placed among them, her body laying still as the creature crouches protectively over her. Gretchen seems upset, shaking in Stella's arms and whimpering quietly. Oh god, they're coming. We need to leave. We need to leave before they grab Gretchen. At the sound of the dog's disquiet, the creatures flow out of the woods and surround the clearing. Dead eyes peer out from pale, doughy faces, watching the two of you and the small, terrified dog. I want to try and get Bertie, but I think it's too late. Why aren't they attacking us? I have no idea. But, you know, I think I have enough footage. Yeah, out. Get out. The two of you take a few steps back from the clearing, then turn and start running together back through the woods, driven by a deep animal instinct to get away from whatever these things are. They're everywhere! God, how many of these things are there? They reach out to you from between bushes and tree branches, grasping for anything they can get a hold of, their howls filling the night. We're almost there! They all just look like they're yawning to me. It's like we've disturbed their nap and they're very angry with us. You and Stella reach the main road, and the whispers fade back into the sounds of nature. It sounds like they stopped following us. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. You feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. And 13 text messages. I'm in extra trouble. Let's call her. You try and call Tabitha back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Text her that you're okay. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Because of course it does. Tabitha seems worried. It's pretty late, isn't it? Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello? Earl? It's Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Asgina Trail. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Beau? I guess now we wait. It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk two officers. Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night, because he's trying to look cool. See? Right there. A thing jumps out of the woods, then the shotgun goes off. What in Sam Hill? What is that, some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy? Could have been a naked maniac. As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses. Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is that? Some kind of crop circle? They killed Duke! Uh-huh. Now, we're gonna have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence. But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. You notice Stella pop something out of the camera and slide it up her sleeve. Slick. She knows what she's doing. Here you go, Deputy Franklin. We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I... Please, call me Earl. Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you, exactly? That's Demetra. She came to town today for the funeral. Oh, right. Sure. We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going up there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things are out there could attack someone else. Well, it ain't likely old Duke is going anywhere at this point. He'd still be out there in the morning. Jesus. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derricks's bowling nights. Jesus. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you'll kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left, so we'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Stella sighs. Okay, thank you. You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits. Sure, Earl. You can hold Gretchen on the way back to town. Oh, Gretchen's paw on the... Ah! So cute. The cops usher you and Stella into the back of their squad car. You are just the cutest little thing, Miss Gretchen. Yes, you are. Sheriff Hugby pats Gretchen on the head affectionately, but she remains wholly focused on Stella. A worried look stretched across her pug face as Hugby scratches behind her ears. She knows. Stella is quiet and stiff next to you, back rigid as she stares out the window, jaw clenched. Hey, Stella, you good? She doesn't respond. Yeah, let's comfort her. You reach out and rest your palm gently on her shoulder. She jumps slightly at your touch, but you can feel some of her tension ease, and hear her let out a self-soothing sigh. I don't think Stella's okay back here, fellas. Oh, I'm sure it's just a little car sickness. She'll be bright as rain once we get back on the hill, though she'd best try not to hurl in the meantime. We would want Franklin here to have to work late cleaning the squad car. We're only a few minutes away now. Y'all better keep it together until then. Soon, the rumble of gravel beneath the tires give way to uneven pavement, and the car comes to a stop in front of a small cottage. You two stay out of trouble. We'll have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. Earl, you are way too happy for finding out a man just died tonight. And you, whatever your name was. Fox Mulder. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure it doesn't get into any more trouble. Y'all have a good... You'll have a good night now. Bye-bye, Gretchy, and you'll have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch. I think it was boogaboos, but I said bugaboos. And here you are, back in town, away from the woods with no one but Stella in sight. Holy shit. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why on earth did you want to walk home? That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life and death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. How are you holding up? How am I holding up? I mean, not great, but I'm more worried about you. I can't believe they just implied that you're a suspect, even after we showed them all of that footage. Even after we found that nest. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up in court. And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. I like investigating. You've got to find out more about those things. If we could get clearer footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have, and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have useful information. My friend's mum. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. Oh, Tabitha though, she's gonna be so angry with me. Yeah, let's do it. Awesome. Let's go. We can deal with that problem later. I hope she's still awake. Stella knocks on the door. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. Hi there. Stella, I think someone's watching us. Menacingly. She turns to look. Demetra. Jesus! Welcome home. It's good to be back, and it's good to see you as well. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. An older woman stands in the entryway. It's not your playthrough this time, though. Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. You look back and the figure is already gone, disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped. What brings you out here so late? And who is this? Hi, Mrs. Forsyth. This is Demetra. Is it okay if we come in? Of course, of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for hibiscus tea. Ah, for goodness sake, you could call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. It's nice to finally meet you, Demetra. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul, and she's been sorely missed in the Holler. And now poor Perlan is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Alright, Sybil, I have questions for you. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. That's not an answer. You knew my mum? Of course, dear. She was a good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth. How did you know that she died? Oh, Perlan was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart. I've never met Perlan. You don't have to pass on your condolences. We need your help. Ah, yes. I suppose pleasantries can wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. A man's dead. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? Go on. Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord! Have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out the card she swiped from her camera and pops it into her phone. I was about to just let the police hold on to this, at least not before we get the chance to make a copy. Smooth! The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. Yeah, pretty disturbing stuff. Where was this? Up the mountain, to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yes. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into a computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with, Stella. I'm sure she'll be more willing to have a friend than her nosy mother. Heck yes, let's go meet Kanika. Kanika's door is covered with stickers. The edge is frayed from recent but failed attempts to remove them. This is a childhood room someone was unhappy to return to. Kanika, come on out. You could use a little help. What, Mum? Oh, hey Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato? She's the best potato. And a stranger. A cute stranger. Oh god, I said nothing. Nah, I heard ya. Did you just call me cute? I'm so tempted. I'm so tempted to flirt with everyone, but I don't want to go around breaking hearts. Hi, I'm Demetra. Nice to meet you. I'm Kanika. She's Tabitha's cousin. Oh, right. I heard she was coming to town. It's a little late. Why are you two here? Sweetie, we were wondering if we could borrow your laptop. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella? What the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Demetra and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? I'm fine. Really, I'm okay. I'm fine too, thanks for asking. No, saying nothing. Poor Duke. Poor Beau. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Beau, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. Why did she say that with a smile on her face? Interesting. I agree. Those things are still out there. And as long as they are, more people are in danger. So very true, but not for the reasons you think. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. Mum, come on, whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Demetra with this tailypo crap. Kanika, sweetie, let your mother talk. She always said they never hurt people, despite that grisly scene in the woods. But Duke is dead! And if these are ditchlings, his death was an accident, or my grandmother was wrong, and she was very rarely wrong. Just as birds flock before a storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see so many in one place does not bode well, does it? Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mum. Haven't they already been through enough? It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. I don't know if it is. Okay, let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those growths? Maybe the ditchings were here for Duke? Like some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy? Unfortunately, no. Their presence forewarns of something far more sinister than one man's death. Stop speculating about this occult nonsense. Let's focus on what we know. Right. What are those growths? I saw something living inside that chicken. I saw something scrubbing around. Did you see all those open wounds at that spiraled nest? It's like they were incubating in the local wildlife. There weren't any growths there, so maybe they were looking at... There weren't any growths there, so maybe we're looking at some sort of parasitic larval stage, like really big doughy wasps. Oh dear, I'd forgotten entirely about the tea I put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know. It's getting late, and I should let Demetra get some rest. I ran her ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. Yeah, I don't think I can sleep anytime soon, Stella. I can keep going. I can do it. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around in my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings? Is that what you called them? That's right. You go on home now, and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. The online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Thank you, my soul will need it. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see ya. Bye, Demetra. Bye, Kanika. It's excellent iced or warm, though with the nights getting chillier, warm will probably be best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's call it a night. Mind walking me home? And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. Game really wants me to flirt with her. Yeah, I should probably go see Tabitha though. She's already mad enough as it is. I should probably head back and check on Tabitha. That's sweet of you. Are you sure you're okay with heading back up the mountain alone? Based on earlier, I don't think we'll be entirely alone. Sybil said those things were harmless. I think I'll be okay. It's not far. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. She scribbles her number on a piece of paper before handing it to you. I'll see you tomorrow? Yeah, we're in this together. We're part of the crew now. The investigation team. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. We begin the long hike back up the Scarlet estate alone. Boy, I sure hope nothing jumps out at me. Almost home. Your salvation is in sight. You make a mad dash to the door. Oh, thank God, you're back. Where the hell have you been? Let me explain. I called you back as soon as I had reception. I don't care. You gave me a heart attack. I watched a man die tonight. Oh, the miner outside the general store. There was this, sorry to change the subject, but there was this miner outside the general store tonight who called me out by name and everything. Wayne. Scared the shit out of me. Do you know what's going on there? It's a mining town. Of course there are miners walking around at night. And of course people know who you are. We don't get a lot of visitors in these parts. Okay. Anyway then, I watched a man die tonight. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids. It ended with us watching a man die. Ah, so you met Stella then. Ugh, that explains everything. And she's got you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, you don't want to hang out? I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline from tonight. I would love to just hang out for a little and cool down a bit. No, I'm not gonna hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. Too late, I'm gonna be having nightmares. As you collapse onto your mattress, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. Can you imagine ignoring her? Call her. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sounds a little different, a warble in her throat. Did you make it back alright? Yeah, how are you? Are you okay? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed, the events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else. But you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments. For now, you're safe, and you're warm. Eventually, the sun will rise and chase away the monsters and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you'll wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. Oh, if only. But that's a slice of life universe. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry that things will only get worse. There's still a week ahead. Ah, I always appreciate these ghostly wails of the wind at the end. But that concludes episode 1 of our new Reese playthrough. We may have only had a mere mention of Reese on the phone, but our time will come. Gretchen lives! Oh, it feels like the world is set to right again after rescuing her. Though I'm still heartbroken for Duke, that the man did not deserve that end. The update really got me more attached to him in the last run, so they definitely succeeded on their end. I am already looking forward to episode 2. I know I've already said it, but it feels great to be back to Scarlet Hollow. So with that, take care of yourselves everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye! Bye!